What is extremism? Extremism is when someone believes in something so intensely, whether it's a political idea or a religious faith, that they see their way as the only way. It's a mindset where there is no room for other opinions, and anyone who disagrees is seen as an enemy. An extremist is a person who holds these extreme views and is willing to go to great lengths, even using violence, to make everyone see things their way. Throughout history, many individuals and groups have been labeled as extremists. They are often remembered not just for their beliefs, but for the lengths they were willing to go to impose them on others. In this video, you will find the answers to all of these questions. What is extremism? What does it mean to be an extremist? Who has been called an extremist? So keep watching. Extremism is when someone believes very strongly in something like a political idea or a religious belief and thinks that only their way is right. These people are often not willing to listen to or accept different opinions. They might even do bad things like hurting others to make everyone follow their ideas. Imagine you have a favorite game and you think it's the best game in the world. You might tell your friends about it and encourage them to play. That's okay because you're sharing something you love. But if you were an extremist about this game, you would get very angry if someone liked a different game. You might shout at them, try to take their game away, or even force them to play your game. This is not a good way to act because it doesn't respect other people's choices and feelings. In real life, extremism can be much more serious. For example, there are groups of people who have very strong political ideas and think that their way of running a country is the only correct way. They might try to take over the government by force or hurt people who disagree with them. This has happened in history with groups like the Nazis in Germany during World War II. The Nazis believed that only their way of thinking was right, and they did terrible things to people who didn't agree with them. Another example is religious extremism. Some people believe so strongly in their religion that they think everyone should follow it. If someone doesn't, they might try to force them to convert or harm them if they refuse. This kind of thinking can lead to violence and wars. For instance, some groups have committed acts of terrorism because they believe their religious views are the only true ones and want to force others to follow them. It's important to remember that it's okay to have strong beliefs and to share them with others, but it's not okay to hurt people or force them to agree with you. We should always try to be kind and respectful, even if we don't agree with someone else's ideas. Talking and listening to each other can help us understand different perspectives and find peaceful ways to live together. This way, we can avoid the harm that comes from extremism and build a more understanding and tolerant world.